Today I want to write 5 web scrapers in Python with the same purpose but using different libraries. I mean, which Python library is the best for web scraping? Alright everybody, I just turned my lamp on because it was really dark here. But for today's video, I want to talk about Python's library for web scraping, as I said before. I mean, for our project, should we use requests, Scrapy, Httpx, MechanicalSoup, or maybe playwright? Based on research that I had recently, I found that playwright is a winner and has the highest stars on GitHub. But personally, I prefer Scrapy because it is really crazy. And so now let's talk about our today's project and let's get started. Alright, so we want to scrape data from quotes.toscrape, a familiar and popular website for scraping. As you may have worked with this website before, but by the way, I mean, we want to scrape this website for our today's project, our today's video. And first, let's check out how data is released in this website. I mean, what selectors do we need to take and extract from the website. And then I will show you what's the difference between those libraries' syntaxes. And I want to go through all of them one by one, okay? So just be patient. So I want to scrape the text, the author, and also the tags. So we need to first take all classes, first take all divs with this class code, and it's simple. Then we go to its text, with the class of text, and we can simply grab this description maybe or text, and then we can simply go to small tag and author, and also the tags. Everything is simple, and today's video is only for educational. It's not, the website is not challenging and advanced like Airbnb or maybe Zillow. I just want to show you which library is appropriate for your job, for your task. Okay, so it's simple. And now let's let's create our scrapers. First library is requests. As you may all have worked with this one, so let me create a new file, rec.py. Okay, and let me put it outside the env, and it's our request. You need to simply import request. Okay, I prepared my code, so we will save our times, but I will explain everything that is necessary. And you can simply install it by using pip install requests, okay, in your terminal. And then we need to specify that URL, this one, because we want to send a GET request to this website. And then we have data. Now we need to parse this website, but the problem of request is that we do not have any parser, or we cannot parse data like a Scrapy or Playwright or other libraries. That's why I'm going to import BeautifulSoup, the popular one. Okay, you can scrape data. It's not MechanicalSoup, it's quite different. I will show you and I will explain. Okay, so you need to install BeautifulSoup as well. Yeah, it's really simple. You can Google it, and then we can take the response.txt from this URL, from this website, and convert it to HTML parser. It is the only way that BeautifulSoup works, as you may know. And then, as I said before, we need to find classes with code. Okay, so yeah, here, where is it? Oh, okay, so we take all codes and then we go through all of them, each of them. We need a for loop for that. So let me, okay, and then I will say that we want to loop. Okay, how many code do we have? No matter. We take all of them and we create a for loop and say that the text is code to find with the class of text, and we want get txt or get text. Okay, and also for author, and also for tag. For tag, we need to first find all tags, and in each tag we have a separate element in HTML. That's why I use that I use that for loop inside our for loop. As you can see, there are many a tag, and in each of them we have the tags changed, deep thought, thinking, and bold. Okay, it's not a big deal, it's really simple. And yeah, we have everything that we want. I just want to print the data. I don't want to show you how you can save your data in CSV or JSON. It's your job, and I have many videos about saving data and putting them in JSON format or maybe CSV format in Scrapy and other libraries. So it is our code for requests. Request works like this. You need to send a GET request, and also you can specify your headers if you want. Okay, here you can say headers equals to headers, and also cookies and other things. And if you want to send post data, I mean, if the URL needs a post request, you can simply change it. Okay, so let's run this code. Let me save this one, and Python 3 rec.py. Okay, so fast, simple, and it's great for doing some simple jobs, but it is really powerful because I have scraped data from Medium using requests. And if you want to know, and just let me know, I will share my code. Okay, by the way, but yeah, let me make it smaller. So we have the data. Okay, it is how request works, and it's really simple. The only problem that it has, BeautifulSoup. We do not have a parcel. We need to use an external library. So let's work with Scrapy, my favorite one. You just need to install Scrapy using this command, and it's better to create a new environment in your Python. I actually just wanted to save more times. Let me oh, we do not need this Python. Okay, so okay, let me create a new file for my Scrapy, for example, a Scrapy bot. Okay, that py. And oh my god, let me put it outside the environment. Okay, and here is our Scrapy. For Scrapy, you can run your Scrapy code and work with Scrapy using two different ways. You can simply say Scrapy start project, which makes you a unique folder for your project. It is really impressive for projects which are really huge and large projects, because it creates many Python files. You can manage and go through everything. You can change the setting, you can edit and handle pipelines, you can maybe clean your data and you have access to all input and output in a Scrapy, and working with cookies and change your usage and so on. Okay, but today I want to use the second method, which is simpler and smaller. Let me copy my code. Yeah, I just imported Scrapy, and from crawler I just imported crawler process, because we want to we want to code using the second method. And then we just need a class with its parcel, and normally in a start projects you have something like this, but for this way we just need to give it the start URLs. And also I have disabled robots.txt, because in a Scrapy you need to disable these robots.txt, and name is not important for this type of coding in a Scrapy. And then it sends a GET request by using this syntax. Okay, Scrapy is really powerful and fast, and I will explain in a minute. And you just need to put your URL here, and in parse function we can write our parsing codes, maybe such as requests. Okay, so once again we need to first take that code, and after that we need to go through all of them. in Scrapy, it's not like, I mean, BeautifulSoup, because in BeautifulSoup, we need to first convert it into HTML parser, then go through the HTML tags by using, pointing to their class. But in Scrapy, you can say that it's a div with the code, which has the class of code. Or maybe it has, it's a span tag which has this class, okay? It is really powerful. You can work with CSS, you can work with tag IDs, you can work with XPath, which is my favorite. For example, for code, it says that it is a div, or maybe it is a span. And also, as you can see, we can say get all instead of creating an external for loop, okay? And then I just want to simply print it. And that's it for Scrapy. But because I want to run it manually using, the second method, we need to create our processor in a Scrapy. I want to save it and run it normally. Python 3 Scrapy bot. Okay, so fast, like request, but it has great, you can check out the logs, okay, how much time it took, how many get requests, how many bytes it sent and received, and yeah, here is what we were looking for. And apart from these, Scrapy has this amazing feature, Scrapy shell, for example, which is my favorite. You can debug your code, and using fetch command, you can say that, for example, I want to send a get request to this URL, and my bad, for example, and then I think we need to, okay, and then we simply say that, for example, codes are response.css. For example, let me just copy this one. I just want to show you how you can debug your code, which is really great. It's like a Jupyter notebook. You have the code, you have the response, and you can work with it. For example, okay, so we can do many interesting things with Scrapy, and if you are interested in Scrapy, you have to check out my YouTube channel because I have many interesting things and videos about Scrapy, Airbnb, and other things, okay? So it was all for Scrapy, and Scrapy doesn't render JavaScript, okay? And also requests. And yeah, that's it for Scrapy. Let's now work with the second library, which is MechanicalSoup, okay? Let me just exit this and create a new file here, for example, mechanic, okay, mechanic, for example, is another mechanic. And how it works, and it is really great. MechanicalSoup is like a combination, it's a package which has both requests and BeautifulSoup, so we do not need an external library, and it is a little bit faster, in my opinion. You have to check yourself, and also you can simply say that pip install MechanicalSoup, okay? Let me clear my command terminal, and for this one you have to first create your browser object. First I thought that it's maybe something like Selenium or Playwright. Does it have a Chrome driver or something like that? But it's not like that. It's just their weird syntax, okay? It's not automation, and it doesn't work like Playwright and Selenium. You can say that I have the browser, okay, here is my URL, and browser.open, okay, it's just their syntax. And look at this one. We can say that browser.page, I think it takes, for example, this, it does something like this, okay, view source page, okay, and then it says that mechanic.py soup.findall class code soup, really, similar to requests, similar to BeautifulSoup BS4, and it's great because you have the both packages in the same package, in a package, instead of you do not need to install external library. And yeah, the code was similar to request, rec.py. And let me run this code. Python 3, Python. Do we have Python 4? Python 3 mechanic.py. Boom. it was a bit faster. I just felt that. Okay, but it's not like that maybe. But it is great, and it was the first one. I mean, for the purpose of this video, I found MechanicalSoup. Maybe I work with this library later, and these are not support JavaScript. Okay, when you want to do something really challenging. And for JavaScript, you can always use maybe Selenium or Playwright, but I have bypassed that somehow. And if you're interested, let me know. Oh, I just also forgot to close my browser. Okay, and that's simple. 1 second. It takes only 1 second. So now let's work with Httpx. And let me create Httpx and Httpx bot.py. You need to simply say that they've installed Httpx. It is new, it is powerful, and it is something really crazy when you want to use async IO, because it has synchronous programming, something like that, which you can send multiple requests at a time, something like threading. You may be familiar with async IO and async programming, and it has this feature in itself. But for requests, you need to use, external library for do such a thing, and also for MechanicalSoup. But Scrapy has these options, which is great. But for an Httpx, I think is made only for this job, okay, as they have said in their webpage, in their documentation. And the only problem that it has is that it doesn't have a parcel, so we need to install and import BeautifulSoup once again. And it doesn't support JavaScript, but it is really fast and crazy sometimes, and it depends on your projects. Many websites and many web scrapers use this library, and it has a great community. And let me import the code. And yeah, I just here wrote that print the status code. Let me import BeautifulSoup, because it doesn't support parser in itself. And the way is simple. Our job is simple today. We need to convert it to a soup, and then we send that there is a class with code and so on. Okay, and the syntax is really simple, like request, but it offers many more options. Okay, it's not like MechanicalSoup and request library. It is like them, including more options. Okay, if you're interested, just follow. But in my opinion, you need to use Scrapy because it is crazy. And let me run this code. Okay, Python HTTP bot. It was not fast somehow, but it was okay. Okay, here's the code. Here is our extracted data. Let me run it once again. But look at this. Let me run mechanic. Mechanic was like that. Okay, forget about it. We do not need to compare the speed somehow, but because it is matter, but it is not matter that much. But now let's move to playwright. Let me create maybe play bot, I don't know, that py for our playwright. It's a bit different. In playwright you have all features that all other libraries have, plus JavaScript rendering, plus QA testing. If you want to work as a QA engineer, you need to able to work with Playwright, Selenium. It has it is stable in other programming languages such as C, such as maybe JavaScript, and so you can just search for Playwright and see how much how Playwright is powerful in its community and in the world of web scraping. If you have no other choices, you need to use Playwright or maybe Selenium. But I prefer Playwright because it is newer and it has more options than Selenium, but Selenium is older than Playwright, and you can find more examples and code and also tutorials. But Playwright is newer, that's why I use Playwright. And also it has some extra features. Okay, for example, when I wanted to install Playwright, first you need to say pip install Playwright. Then it works with a driver. You need to say that in your command terminal, Playwright install. It automatically install a web driver, I mean Chrome driver maybe, depends on your Chrome versions, because as you may have worked with Chrome drivers, I mean Seleniums, you know that you have to download the driver manually and other things. It was a bit boring and time consuming. And also, for example, you can say that Chromium, okay? And if you want to work with Firefox, you can simply say that Firefox, okay, or Edge. And if you just say Playwright install, it installs all of them, okay? Then you can say that, I mean, you need to say that. You need to write Playwright install dependency, okay, DEPS, and it installs some extra libraries that it needs. You need to do that. It was interesting because I was not able to code with Playwright, and I just followed their community, and I find that these interesting commands are available out there, and I was, yeah, I shocked, okay. Maybe I got shocked, okay. Forget about grammar, it's not IELTS, hopefully. So let's code. And you can automate, I mean, you can automate your browser, okay. You can do exactly like a browser. That's why, I mean, first of all, you need to Playwright sync API, and then you need to start that Playwright. I'm not familiar with Playwright that much, guys, but that's why I'm not confident enough, okay. But yeah, Chromium launch. We need a new page in Chrome in that browser because it works with browsers, okay. Okay, so it's empty. Then we need to say that page go to, for example, you can go to other websites, Google, okay, Google, Yahoo, or YouTube, or anything, Instagram. Here is our URL, and then we can say that page query selector all codes, okay. It has a different syntax, okay, like a Scrapy. It may be a bit different, but the core concept is the same. We have to look for code class, okay. Then we need a loop to find those interesting things, and you need to close the browser and say playwright.stop. And you can do many things with Playwright. You can, for example, click on button, you can wait, you can, for example, click on Cloudflare, bot detection. You can do many things. If you're interested, just let me know. I will create more videos about Playwright. And it also, as I said, rendering JavaScript is really game changer in the world of web scraping. If you are a web scraper, you know. If you know, you know. And let me run this code, Python 3, and playbot. It first starts it Chromium, and then create a new page, and also it selects and does what we wanted from this robot, okay. As you can see, it is time consuming a bit, and that's why you saw the output line by line, okay, because it's like a browser and it needs to do some processing maybe. That's why I hate Chrome drivers and Playwright and Selenium, because they are time consuming, and time is really important in the world of web scraping, and employer are always looking for a web scraper who is able to extract data in ASAP, okay, as fast as possible. And yeah, that's it for Playwright. The code was, I think it is use the headless browser using this syntax. I'm not sure about it. you can, if you're interested, I mean, it is how Playwright works. Because in normal way, a Chrome page pops up and then it goes to other things, but we didn't have any button, or we didn't need to click on anything. That's why, maybe, I'm not sure. If you know, let me in comment, maybe, because I'm new to Playwright, but its JavaScript rendering is really impressive. So that's it for our today's video. And you can also, I mean, let me open my, oh, that was my prepared conversation. Yeah, if there are libraries, you can check out their stars, okay, in GitHub, and they're all being updated frequently, as you can see, except for MechanicalSoup, because the core idea is the same. And I wanted to say that, and I bring you guys here to show you that there are other tools you can do, such as Selenium, such as LXML libraries, URL Leap. I mean, the main functions behind some of these libraries, and paid website. There are many websites out there you can pay for what you want. Okay, for example, you can pay $10 for extracting 1,000 data from Airbnb or Zillow. But I will create videos about all of them for free, and you just need to select which one is suitable for your project. If your project is simple, you can simply say use request, or maybe MechanicalSoup or Httpx. And if it is a bit larger, I suggest Scrapy. And if you have no idea about its JavaScript challenges or other things, you need to, I mean, you must use Playwright or Selenium. And that's it for our today's video. Let me think. And is there anything that I need to go? Okay, let me finish my video. And as always, I want to say that my name is Amir, and I create videos about web scraping, automation, playing and talking with web browsers, and sometimes computer vision. And if you're interested in these areas, don't miss my channel, because I create many interesting videos each week. And yeah, and I hope to see you in the next video.